everybody, this is Tim with C&D Farms, and this afternoon I'm out helping the guy that has his cows on our property, putting out some hay for him. I just wanted to kind of show the cows behind me. So we rolled it out. We use our tractor that we have on the farm with right behind me here. So we take a round bale and then we just roll it out, trying to put it in different spots throughout the pasture. That way we don't create a big mud hole every time. Cows stay in one spot too long, then all they do is churn up the ground and create a mud hole. But I was able to get kind of close to them, so just kind of showing you what we have on the farm. And right now these are a friend of mine's cows. We're letting him use the farm until we can move out here. I'll have some more stuff about the house coming up. Kind of cool out here this afternoon, but so we can see all the calves this year. So this is this year's calves. So I don't know exactly how many. It's at least 10 out here. So kind of show, and you can kind of see, let's see, that one right there, that's the newest one. Let's see if I can get a little closer to it. I'm using my phone. I didn't bring my camera, my other camera. So let's see if we can get a little closer to it. Hey, there he is right there. See a little small one? I gotta get my angles right here. But he was born this week. So that's the newest calf on the farm. And so if anybody's curious what the breed is, it is a speckled park. It's these are not purebred speckled park. They are mixed with some Hereford and a little bit of Black Angus. But the guy that has these cows, he does have some purebred speckled parks. So it's kind of a different breed for this area. In fact, I think he's the only one I know of in this part of Virginia, and maybe he's one of very few producers on the East Coast that have speckled parks. So that's kind of what they look like. So here's a few of them. There's a whole bunch of the calves. They were born about a month and a half ago, right there. So speckled parks. So anyway, just kind of giving an update. I'll have up, let me change my camera view here. One of the things that we did do was we met with the contractor this week, and I will show you, I'll try to come out, it'll be in the second part of this video, show you a part of the where we laid off the house. So but I just wanted to, we was out here this afternoon, Saturday afternoon, and I was feeding the cows for the guy to make sure that he had some other stuff he had to take care of. So he called me and asked me if I could take care of this for him, and of course we want to make sure our farm thrives, and feeding the cows like this is also a part of making sure we have good pasture management. So stay tuned for part 2, showing you where the house is, and we'll talk more then. Hey, welcome back to C&D Farms. As you can see, we got a little bit different weather than the introduction showed, and we just been a few days. Actually, I said I was going to come back the next day, but things got tied up, and was a few days later before we could make it up here. And as you can see on the ground, that it snowed since our last visit up here when we was feeding the cows, as you saw in the introduction. And so again, just welcome back to C&D Farms. I know if you are kind of new to our channel, just to kind of give you an update on it. What we are is a small family farm. We haven't even actually started farming yet, but that's what we want to get to. We want to start a farm here in South Central Virginia, kind of almost on the North Carolina line, and We're going to be self-sustained, where we can grow a good portion of our food. As you can see, you can see in the background, we've got some cows on our property. They're not ours, but we'll let a guy that's a friend of ours that goes to church with us, he's grazing his cows on this property to maintain it until we can move up here ourselves. And kind of where I'm standing right here behind me, you can probably see some of the orange stakes, is where the house is going to be. We came up here with the contractor and laid off the property. I come up today before I started filming just so you could see it, and spray painted these stakes this bright orange, so it hopefully will show up on the camera. And that's kind of where I wanted to do the video today, was just talk about the house, talk about why we're coming up here, why we're spending so much time laying off the house. This has been kind of a process we've looked at for several days. I've looked at everything from how the house is going to face the road to how the house is going to fit in with other things that we know that we're going to put on the farm. Again, I'm building this house. This is probably going to be my forever home. At my age, I really don't plan on building another house. So I want the house to be convenient for us, along with dealing with our farm animals, dealing with a lot of stuff that goes on that we plan on doing on the farm. And that's kind of the key. We've planned a lot of stuff that we want to do, so we're trying to plan the house around that as well. So once we get the house decided, pretty much, and this is pretty much where it's going to go, I don't foresee any changes now. We've had stakes up before. We've done may have done a few little clips of us putting some stakes down, and we've moved it 3 foot this way, 4 foot that way. And you may say, well, why does that really make a difference? Well, it makes a difference because I want it to kind of mesh with everything else we've got that we plan on building. Some of that stuff we're not going to build probably for another year after we build the house, because we've got to save up money to build that. But I still want to make sure that the house is correct. So that's kind of where we're at. I hope to have maybe some aerial footage of this as well. I'll try to stitch that in or put that into the video and kind of show where certain parts of the house, or at least show an aerial view. I'm not sure how that's going to work with the snow. I was planning on coming up and doing some aerial shots, but the snow kind of messed me up, and we're actually expecting some more snow tonight into tomorrow. So probably 3 to 4 inches, depending on what part of this state you're in. We may get more freezing rain here. So that's kind of what the video I wanted to do. I know we kind of opened up the introduction the other day. We was feeding the cows, was unrolling a round bale, and so the cows are still kind of enjoying the round bale that was put out this morning, and just kind of relaxing in the cold weather. As you can probably tell by the way we're dressed, it's about 30 degrees outside right now. So anyway, so that'll be pretty much all of our video today. We hope to have more, just to give you some other updates. Like I say, the contractor hopefully is going to be here in about 30 days or a little less than 30 days to dig out the basement and set the foundation. So once the foundation's set, we're good. That's where it's going to be. No moving from that point. Hopefully start framing the house or putting that up. Right now I'm on the schedule for March. So he wants to have the basement and the foundation put in several weeks before that, so that he'll have time to set up, and so that way when he starts building, the foundation is done cured as properly. He said the weather, as long as we get some warmer days, we can't do anything when it's 30, but you know, hopefully in the next couple of weeks the temperature is going to get back up into kind of our normals for this time of the year. So right now we're a little below normal. But this first good snow, we hadn't really had a lot of snow in almost over a year. So this is the first probably measurable snow that we've had in a long time. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. I know that, again, there's not a lot going on with this. Again, this video, the vlog series, was kind of set for our family and friends, but we want to kind of push it out a little bit. I want to keep posting content as much as possible. And I also like to end my videos now, or try to. I know I don't do all of them, but I want to try to end some of them with a little bit of a message. We've got the snow on the ground. It just kind of brings us back to nature, and what, the whole reason we're coming out here is because we want to kind of get back to what, in my feeling, what God intended us to live sometimes. Let's get out of that fast-paced hustle and bustle. Let's get on it out here, back to the land. Let the land provide for us and learn from it. But also, I wanted to kind of, since we're kind of talking about foundations for homes, let's talk about a little bit about the foundation in our spiritual life. For me, Jesus is my foundation. And just like with this home foundation, if it's not built correctly, or if you don't have a good foundation, then that home is susceptible to wind and anything else that may come at it. Well, just like, and that's true with our little bit of our Christian life. If we don't have our good foundation, like I say, if I don't have a good foundation in God and in Christ, then things are just going to come and take me away from it. And we all sin, and we're all going to sin, saved or not saved. We're still going to, even saved, we're going to sin. The things of this world are going to rattle you, just like a hurricane's going to rattle a house, or strong winds are going to rattle a house, and it may damage it in some cases. But if you don't have a good foundation to go on, then it's going to be real easy to take it off the foundation. Take it off. So just like with our Christian life, if you don't have a good foundation, it's going to be real easy to take you away from it. So, if you don't have a good church or whatnot, then go look for a good Bible-based church. Let them help you build that foundation, wherever you're at. And because trust me, for me, I know hard times. And what I do, I see a lot of bad stuff. If I didn't have that foundation, I'm not real sure where you would be. So, again, this is Tim with C&D Farms. I hope that to have more videos of the house real soon, and I hope to be able to show a lot more than just a snowy field. But again, you got to start here before you can finish. And just like with our Christian life, you got to start somewhere. And sometimes that just accepting the Lord is the start. So if you've got questions, hey, comment me. I'll be glad to point you. I'm not a preacher, but I can be glad to, I can get somebody to help you. So, till the next video, it's Tim with C&D Farm.